Hi guys, JongLi here, back with another online commentary battle. This time it's a 2 versus 2 31k rules battle, and I'm playing in it this time. So I'm playing here as the Scipii Romans, and my ally is Scipii of the Immortals of War clan. Also actually playing as the Scipii Romans. Our opponents are Kodyray of the Immortals clan and Satan of the Brotherhood clan. So we'll start things off. Everyone's brought a 14-6 build, I believe, or some variation. I think it's all just 14-6. And yeah, in my opinion, it's the best build you can bring for 31k, for a number of reasons. So I'm not going to be challenging that anytime soon. Yeah. So this battle was not too recent, maybe a week or two ago by the time I upload it. But yeah, it's a 2 versus 2, so there is that kind of team factor. And I don't really remember what we decided to do this game. But yeah, I guess I usually just roll with it in 31k. But I was playing this game on really low frames, so it was something like 5 frames per second. And that was because I usually throttle my laptop. It gets really hot if I play for too long. But I've since managed to kind of work around that a little bit. So that's why I'm recording this at much better frames. But during this game I was playing on 5 frames per second, and that's why I kind of enabled auto peeler on all my units. Because I knew I couldn't micro the units well enough to throw them above like testudo units. So I was just planning to kind of mash my guys in everywhere, just move them all as one big group, because I can't really micro until later on in the game when there are less units around. But yeah, it looks like it's going really well for me so far. Satan early on in the game was really questioning why his 2 units routed so quickly, and that's definitely because I had peeler enabled on all my urbans. So as soon as they went in for that engagement, they got, you know, a good 6 volleys of peeler thrown into them both, and the sudden drop in numbers, I guess, helped to rout them very quickly. Scipii here is not doing too bad, but I'm doing very, very well on my side at the moment. But all this reserve peeler that Satan hasn't thrown yet could come into play, and I'm going to start to lose my momentum as I kind of try and push through his ranks here. He's also going to have some units come back, so that early peeler, although it looks good really early on, is now going to kind of bite me in the butt, because peeler, it routed those 2 units, but it could have gone into much more high value units, like maybe this one here or something like that. I do still have a little bit of peeler left, but not as much as Satan, and all the while I'm, you know, fighting his guys, he's throwing peeler into them, so his peeler use is much more effective than me. But we're gonna have Scipii going for a quick charge here. He's gonna try and get through to route this unit here, but in the end a counter comes in from Satan, and the charge doesn't really do much. One of my urbans routed, but it was pretty depleted already. And this is kind of like a really late counter charge. As I was saying before, I was lagging really bad, but yeah, so there's a charge there. But this is also kind of a response to Kodyray throwing all his cav onto one side. I saw that Scipii had cav in the center here, and I had cav in the center as well. So even though in actuality it's 12 to 12, the logistics of the situation means it's actually closer to 12 to 6. So I was very confident throwing those 3 cav in that if Scipii threw all his cav in and I threw the rest of mine in, our cav would outnumber Satan's pretty heavily, and we should get like a favorable engagement out of that. As you can see, Kodyray saw what was happening, So he tried to kind of force his way around this bit, but some of his cav got caught on the infantry, and the charge was kind of lackluster, so it wasn't the best. But a big gap has now formed. I've been aggressively pushing in with my infantry here, so I pushed up a bit. I kind of started here as well, but I pushed up a little bit, and Scipii started a little bit behind me. And he hasn't really pushed up at all, but he's going to fill this gap now, which is great, because it means we're getting a nice flank on these guys. Yeah, the morale of my guys is going to go up as well. So I'm going to charge in here because I felt like I needed to. Also I saw Kody going for this charge here. So that's 4 of his cav committed here, so I'm going to commit all my guys here. We see some more charges come in from Kody, but yeah, Satan not really getting the good counter charges off here. And Kody's not really trying to save him. He's trying to kind of do his own thing over here, which would be a lot better if Scipii had more of his guys engaged. But although Kody was able to do a bit of work, it wasn't really enough to swing the battle very, very meaningfully. A bit of Scipii's guys over here that he sent over earlier on. I would have liked to have them closer to these dudes, so they're a bit far back. And I felt like Scipii's infantry control in 31k isn't really as good. Maybe because of some of laggy experiences as well. I know his computer isn't all that powerful, same as mine, so I completely understand. It can be quite annoying to have to look at all your infantry and move them around. But I think that's definitely something he can improve on in the future. So we're looking alright. Not great on this left side, but on this right side we're doing alright. We have a lot of cav here, so we should be able to get the advantage if we just keep plugging away. And Kody's kind of still doing his own thing. Scipii is trying to hold him off here, but Scipii's not going to last too long. So we're going to try and focus down this side so we can get our guys facing this way. So now that we've done this part, I'm going to try and focus on this part here, which has about 4 units caught up. I'm going to have to do this pretty quickly. A very nice charge actually here from Satan. This catches a lot of Scipii's units. It's going to rout one of them as well. Luckily, they don't actually chain route. Scipii's general doesn't chain route, so he kind of holds out here. But it is very kind of marginal, and this is still not in a good spot. But we've managed to do a lot of work over here. So 12 cav beats 6, and we have a pretty big advantage now. I'm going to pull my cav out here, and then I'm going to go for a charge down here through the middle. Or not, I'm going to go for a charge here where I see Kody's cav is kind of stuck. I saw that Kody had some of his cav split up, I think. So I thought, if he's paying attention to this side instead, then he's not looking over here as much. So I went for kind of an unexpected angle and managed to catch him out. Meanwhile, some of Scipii's guys have come back, which he should try and return to the fray soon. But yeah, my cav did pretty well there. Got a nice charge in, and that's pretty much cleaned up this side. Meanwhile, our infantry is holding out, but their numbers are dwindling, but they're not doing too bad. It's fairly evenish, but we do have a lot of this cav that is left over, and I'm going to go in for a recharge now. Scipii has his cav over here that I saw Kody sort of pursuing, but that's why I took the opportunity to just charge in there and rout his infantry. So yeah, good game there. Yeah, not much to say. That was a pretty straightforward game. I feel like it came down to the nice teamwork between me and Scipii on that right side. That's why I really like keeping cav center instead of moving them out to flanks and things like that. Because when you move them out to flanks, they kind of leave the other sides vulnerable, and your opponent can kind of exploit those weaknesses. So if I ever move my cav out to flanks, I usually attack very, very quickly after that, because I don't want to sit around and basically ruin the logistics of my cav. And we kind of capitalized on that, me and Scipii, and we did pretty well. So it was a very close victory though. Well played to Satan, and well played to Kody. I'll see you guys next time.